So I want to begin this video by saying I'm very sorry if you came to this video thinking that I was going to begin the cutting, maybe the pattern drafting, to like give you the basics of how I cut the style. I am very sorry. I am not doing that because it is a paid class. I am running a paid class for this lace placement. So if you're interested for the January intake, I'm going to be putting out a post about the paid class sometime later in this month for January classes for our lace placement. So as you can see, I'd already done the upper part of this gown, and then I'm just placing it on this mannequin and just pinning it just to have a firm grip on the mannequin. You can already see that it has a beautiful form already. So if you want me to make like a video illustrating how to cut this upper part of this gown, I would be generous to do that. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to make a tutorial of how you can come up with this upper part like this, corset part of it, and down to how you can fix your boning. By the way, this boning that I use is called the Regilene boning. So I could tell you more in a different video. So if you want to know about the different types of boning, also leave it in the comments below. I could also make a video to explain different types of bonings. So I'm still trying to tighten it on the mannequin so I can have that firm look to really get what I'm looking for. At this point, from the neckline, I'm going to come down by 7 inches. This is my measurement. So this 7 inches is going to be where my half length ends. So I'm going to be attaching the skirt part of my gown to the part that I just marked, which is my half length. So you can go ahead and measure your half length. You can measure your half length from the shoulder part, but I already have my half length, so I am just deciding to measure from anywhere provided it lands me where my half cut ends. I would also extend it to the back and also pin it there. So I'll still pin the skirt part of it at the back just to make it firm and straight. So I'll try to just confirm my half length at this point from the shoulders. So if you measured your half length from the shoulders when we are attaching the skirt to it, you're very correct. So I confirmed that the half length, the half cut is very perfect for me. Then I just fitted the skirt a little bit more just to give me that firm look that I'm looking for. Can you see how it is? This is beautiful. So at this point, I'll be determining how deep I want the basque effect to be. So I'll be taking that measurement from the half cut or the half part of my gown. And then I came down by 8 inches. You could make yours deeper. Just be creative. It depends on what you want. So I'm just going to be making a mark from the waist part of the front part of the skirt. Just look at what I'm doing. If it sounds like I'm confusing you, just look at what I'm doing. So I'm going to slash it from the front part of it. So basically, I really do not need to talk at this point because whatever I am saying, I'm also demonstrating it in the video. So if you feel like it is confusing you at this point, just look at what I'm doing. And as for why the chalk is not visible, you could see that it's a white fabric and I'm using a white chalk. So that's why it's not visible. But I think with what I'm doing, you could see what it is that I'm making on the dress. So after cutting it out, this is what it looks like. This is beautiful. And then over to the lace placement parts of the style. This is the reason we are putting this in a tutorial. At this point, I already know the length of my gown, and which is the length of this inner that I'm using. So at this point, I would like to say that there are different ways we can make lace placement. So the method that you can see me doing right now is one of the many methods. So don't worry, because in my paid classes, I'm going to be showing you different methods of having to make it in a blouse, in a skirt, in a gown, in reception wears, and what have you. So you sure don't want to miss my paid classes, and it's going to be coming up in January. So without saying much in this video, I would just love you to watch as I just give out my little secrets of how I make my lace placement. So enjoy the video. So I decided to just make like a little drape at the front of the gown, just a little drape, just to give it beauty, to give it elegance. So just be creative at this point. If you're making it for yourself or for a client, just be very creative at this point. Then I went ahead and I started attaching pins to the lace, just to hold the lace to the inner. Just go ahead, take your time at this point. And like I said, there are different options with lace placement. So just enjoy this particular one that I am making use of. Just enjoy the video and learn a thing or two, you know. So enjoy. So after placing it at one side of it, I'm just using my pins to hold the lace together with the inner part of the dress. So just go over it from one side. I had already attached pins, or I've already attached the lace with my pins. So I'm going to head over to the other side of the gown and I'm going to do the same. So watch and enjoy. So one thing I would like to say is that as you are attaching your pins, make sure that you a little bit hold the laces so that they are firm, so that the lace is not sagging or the inner part of it is not sagging. So at this point, just be very careful and attach your pins carefully, you know. You can see that I'm taking my time to just lay the pins one at a time. So I would expect you to do the same if you're trying it out for yourself. So I'm almost done with attaching the pins for the front part alone. And so I had to also come back to adjust the drape that I'm trying to create at the front. This is like my style that I'm trying to make. I'm just trying to create something beautiful just from my imagination. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut out the excess lace that I don't need anymore. So after pinning it firmly, if you're sure that what you pinned is okay, then you can cut it out. Be careful, because after cutting it out, if there is a mistake, then it just needs you to patch up a little bit. So I'm going to be using my sewing machine to tack out this drape at this part of the gown. You could use a hand needle, but I'm going to be making this drape on the sewing machine. So just go to the sewing machine, and from the part that I'm holding on to, I'm just going to stitch down this way. You can see that it's already very beautiful. Oh my god. So I'm going to head over to cut out the part of the lace that we do not require at this point. So I'll do the same thing. I'm going to be cutting out this other part of it as well. And then this is all for the lace placement for the front part. So afterwards, I'm just going to be heading on with my hand needle and thread. So for the drape, I could do that on the sewing machine, or I could do it with my hand needle. But after laying the lace on the back pattern as well, I'm going to be using my hand needle to finish up. Then this is the result of what we've been able to come up with. Can you see the drapes down there? Can you see the corset? Can you see that I had to use my laces to patch up the corset part? It is very beautiful, guys. So guys, if you're coming across my channel for the very first time and you're yet to subscribe, I would really love it that you subscribe and give my video a thumbs up, share my video, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Is there any style you would want me to recreate or make a tutorial about? Just let me know in the comments below. Also, at the top right side of your screen is a video on how you can make a tiered gown, a 2-layered gown. So make sure to check it out, and don't forget to check back on my channel for other videos. Thank you for watching. Bye.